All right, we're going. I did some research on you,
On me.
and I didn't realize you were like a certified badass. You're like a
I
martial
didn't realize,
artist. You climb mountains.
yeah, I didn't realize there was information about me out
I
there.
just found your Facebook.
Okay.
You popped up on people you may know or whatever that is.
Okay.
And I don't really use Facebook that much, so I just kind of glanced and
Yeah.
stuff.
Hopefully there's hopefully I curated my Facebook page well enough that it was not embarrassing for me.
No, I'm like impressed. Like, how long are you still doing martial artists?
No.
Martial artists?
Karate. Shotokan karate. I
Nice.
stopped I think it's been over a year now. I loved it. It was like such a big part of my life for a long time. And I have a congenital back issue, and it kept like re-aggravating, not necessarily through martial arts, but just like other things. And every time I would try to go back, it was like preventing my back from healing. So I took a break from it, and then I just haven't gone back.
That's
So,
fair. I haven't gone back either.
but I would have to say that everything about it beyond just like the physical acts of karate have just sort of integrated into who I am. So I feel like I kind of practice the more energetic parts of it regularly. I just don't practice the like combat type stuff. So
Sure, the
I've
inner
been
zen.
I've been into actually, and I was at the time that I took a break and didn't go back. I was looking for something a little bit more gentle. Like I was not wanting to spar anymore, and it was just like triggering my cortisol too much. And I think that's probably part of the reason why I just didn't go back is because I didn't, I just wanted something more gentle. And lately, I've been doing Taoist Chinese medicine exercises, and I love them. And that is like that. That's exactly the energy that I need. So
Excellent. So, you know what you should try? Krav Maga.
I've heard of it, but
Because it's
that's
quick and
like,
easy. You just kill. Quick and easy. Swap,
yeah,
snap, break their neck.
is
It's
it
over.
that's from Israel? Is that right?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. It's actually really intense. I don't
Yeah,
recommend it
yeah,
unless you're like angry.
yeah. No, no, yeah. I don't want that.
That's just cool though. I mean, that was cool to learn. And how many mountains have you climbed?
mm,
Not including this one.
yeah. What do you qualify as a mountain?
Like you did Rainier, right?
Not all of it, but I didn't like do the mountaineering aspect of it. But we got up, I think like over 8,000 feet up on the mountain. We were trying to get to um, their base camp, but we got delayed because of weather in the morning and everything. And so we went up as far as we could, off as far as we had time for, and then we glissaded back down, which was really fun. Rainier was amazing.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful to see it from the road.
Yeah,
So,
it's weird.
I've
It's
never
like
actually seen it.
there's something magnetic about that mountain that makes you not want to turn around. Like it makes you just and time kind of like stops. Um, when you're on that mountain, you just want to keep going up and up and up until you're like, well, actually, the reason why we did stop and come back down was because Ellie didn't do that final push with us. She wasn't feeling well that day. So we just kind of left her at a spot where there were a lot of other people. And we're like, we're just going to go up. We'll be gone for like 20 minutes. We were gone for over an hour, and we had no idea that it felt like we were only gone for 20 minutes. She was a little panicked that we hadn't come back because she heard an avalanche, which we didn't hear, but she said she heard an avalanche while we
oh
were gone,
no.
that we were in it. So
Dang.
that's traumatizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that if you ever get a chance to go to that mountain and just hike, it's pretty amazing.
What state is that mountain?
Washington.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind
Never
of
been.
done with that exertion stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll do my little 2 mile hikes, but I've had my fill. I think I need new knees. Or if I can find the right braces, I would try longer hikes again.
Do you use trekking poles?
Yes, 100%. I actually had to repair 2 guests yesterday.
Oh, really?
They only had 1 pair between the 2 of them, and they both managed to separate it, and they couldn't figure out how to put it back together. So they were so happy. Oh my God.
Yeah. Those are game changers.
For real.
When I was younger, I thought that they were lame, but then when I started using them, I'm like, never again will I not hike with these, or especially backpack with them.
Yeah, I'm getting used to with it because I'm used to balancing myself with a rifle. I mean, that's honestly how I did most of my rucking and hiking and stuff.
Wow.
So
That's intense.
yay. It's fun though. Sort of. It's not fun when you're in North Fort Hood in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
And we were pulling.
What's
that?
Was it loaded, or you were just using it as part of training?
Oh no, just training in Texas. Once we got to Iraq, always loaded, 100%.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
Is that like? Do you get used to it, or does it just? Is there? You recognize that you have something with you with that much power to,
I know what you're saying,
end a life,
yeah.
or save your life in any moment like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you get used to it. I would even say complacent, which is a dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what they amped us up to be. Because I went to basic in 2005, which was 2 years after the war had started. And then I got overseas in 2006, which is like when the insurgency popped, blew up. Mm. And they were sending us to the Syrian border, so we were on the front lines basically. And so yeah, you're ready.
Wow.
Looking forward to it. Actually, that's my hoodie today. It's my unit. Can't see it, but
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Company H, 121st. What up? No. Yeah, you do get used to it, but it's like the whole thing I'm going through because I've had a really rough last few weeks where I haven't really done any recording. I haven't done a lot of tarot pulls. I've done a few, but I felt really unaligned, and it's completely a mental thing, amping yourself up.
Is it a planetary thing too? Because shit is crazy right now.
I stopped listening to my readings. I fell off but I knew it wasn't over. I just had to recalibrate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When that happens to me, I feel like something pulls me out of it. And then mentally I'm like, I know I need to get back to this, but something is just keeping me away from it. And I'll get hard on myself, which I know is the wrong thing to do.
It's normal though.
Right. And I've started to realize whatever it is that has moved me out of this for the moment, it happened for a reason, and just be patient with it. And then when things shift back, I always hold the intention that I want to get back into it. And then when things shift back, then there's usually something that comes in that is a lot more significant.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that was all for something, but it is weird to get out of alignment like that. It's unsettling. And then it's sometimes I found the more that I do try to get realigned in the way that I used to, it's just not working.
You force it, yeah.
Yeah.
Which they say, yeah, that makes sense. I've read that before. The more you resist a certain feeling or a certain action, the stronger it'll work against you or for you, depending on your emotion towards it.
Yeah. And sometimes things are shifting, and then you have to be able to not just be in alignment, but realign to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just takes some time trying to find what that is. For a while, I couldn't meditate the way that I used to be able to meditate. I would either fall asleep or I would start dreaming, whereas I was used to meditating and journeying. And then I would just start dreaming while I was meditating, but it would just be weird. Like, it didn't make any sense. It wasn't helpful. It was just kind of chaotic. And I was like, this is not working. But when I was driving, I was starting to meditate while I was driving, and not in a dangerous way. Like,
I know what you mean. Exactly. 100%.
There were like two parts of my consciousness. I was like fully driving and aware. And then this other part of my brain was like having these like profound downloads and just feeling, like I was getting energy, or I was getting aligned, or like it was just really nice. And I started to realize, okay, well, I think that's just my form. I need to be like moving now, I guess, to be in that meditative state.
Interesting.
It's not necessarily like that anymore, but
I do find that when I'm like, especially if my medications kick in or whatever, and I'm driving, especially up here in North Georgia, it's very profound. Like you said, the downloads that'll come through, and like, I almost hate it because I can't always grab my phone and start taking voice notes and, reminding myself of the experiences. But a lot of the feelings remain, which is important. Like the trust feeling, the inner knowing, the inner power stuff, the wand stuff, it's like for real. So that still builds upon itself even when I'm, completely out of alignment. But I was feeling like I was letting everybody down, because the channel kind of gained a lot of followers over a short period of time. And then as I was feeling down, I saw this other video on YouTube, and this guy was saying, your audience has to come last. And I thought about that and listened to what he had to say. And basically he's right. Like, if you're not showing up for yourself 100%, putting that art out, then what's it going to matter to the audience anyways?
Right.
You're letting them down. So
yeah, like, because that misalignment for yourself will show through.
100%.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's good advice. Makes a lot of sense.
I've been pulling a little bit. I pulled yesterday for a friend of mine, and it was like a tremble pull, though. Like, as I was typing out to her what I was feeling and reading, and then she came back saying how much it like aligned with her. I was like, okay, maybe I'm back.
Yeah.
But it's like you never really leave. It's just self-doubt. It's 100% self-doubt, and that's the point. Like, that's okay.
Yeah. And it's kind of nice, actually, too, if you want to think about it from a different perspective, is that, if we have things, well, not if, we all have things that we need to work through and let go of or process, in order to like move to the next level, we have to go through the acknowledgement, the processing, the releasing, and you can't do that unless it shows up. And so it's uncomfortable when it shows up, and our default is to self-doubt, or maybe it's self-doubt that needed to get worked through. But these things coming up that are uncomfortable, they're, if we think about it in terms of like, it's doing us a favor, because now we can work through it and let it go. That would just helps us move forward. It's the times when we try to like shove it back in the box or try to force our way through it that we prolong. God, I can't talk. Hold on. We prolong the whole process for ourselves. So
that's, it's the same like in the physical world. Like, when I was in basic training, if I didn't do the training and show up and get screamed at and, go through that terrible breakdown process, what good would I have been overseas,
Right.
So you have to be willing to go through it. And I think finding a place where even at my hardest days, I'm like, this is for a higher good. That's what I'm working on. Because you have days where it's like, I'm just going to give up.
Yeah, and then where are you going to be after that?
Right, exactly. So you have to be like, what's the lesson here?
Yeah. And I think you being honest on here about it, that you're modeling for other people.
That's the whole point. Like, leaving up even the crappy episodes or the ones where I stutter and make a fool of myself. It's like, it's okay to not be good at something.
Yeah. I told you before, I love the one where you went to go pull cards and you were like, I just can't.
Oh, yeah.
And then you had to,
every day now.
Because that totally happens to me. I get it. And, it's about getting in the right space first and doing the work, whatever it is, to get into the space.
Yeah, like I really would love to
It's
be one of
honest.
those gurus that's super happy and all the time, putting their crystals in your face, but that's not me. So
I don't,
I'm a mess.
but like also, I don't know, is it an act too? I mean, like, I feel like even like any people that I have listened to that are more evolved, spiritually and consciously, I think that like they're pretty honest about it, that it's supposed to be a process, and their things are hard, and you're working through them builds that resilience and builds a lot, that if it's all just happy, and you haven't done the work to reach that state of enlightenment, which I don't know, does that happen? I don't know.
I think it can,
Then
but
it's like spiritual bypassing.
yeah. I think there's levels, and I don't know if there is a. Sorry, my mic's over here. I think there are levels, but I don't know if like there's a cap to those levels. So like the higher we get, the more like the higher I go when I'm feeling really aligned, I just want to keep going higher. I don't want a cap, And then there's like on my low days, I'm like, can we just get to the bottom of this shit already? Like, please. So
yeah, I guess when you reach it and you stay there, then you've ascended everything, and spiritual master.
That would be the bee's knees.
Am I allowed to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you have to stay. Work through it.
We almost made it 20 minutes. What's this? We've got the... I just pulled the Page of Wands. But I need to grab my little book here. Because... All right. The Page of Wands is a curious student of life. You or someone in your life is constantly full of wonder, seeing the world in awe, no matter how much you've experienced so far. There's a certain joy in discovery that gets you going, and your thirst for knowledge is never quite quenched. Stay open and remain enthusiastic within the situation at hand. There's information you may not have learned about it just yet, and still plenty more positive experiences within it to experience joy. Explore, learn, and maintain your natural state of wonder, as this will help you navigate any situation you find yourself in. That's like a perfect pull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was exactly, I think, what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Now I got to clarify it.
I am definitely not always in a state of joy.
Me either.
But I value and try to remind myself to question and learn and come at things from that state of wonder, which I think, the stuff that we've been talking about, I think that has always really helped me.
For sure. So I just shuffled again to pull the clarifier. Were you done? Sorry.
No, I was going to say, and I think like little kids, like 2 and 3-year-olds, 1-year-olds, they're a perfect example of that.
I was messing around the other day online. I was just giving people a hard time that were going super doomsday, and they were talking about heaven. And I was like, only children were going to make it to heaven. None of us will see it. All of us adults, no chance. I was just kidding, obviously, but people were getting so worked up over it. I was like, relax, children.
Yeah.
I was shuffling and the Ace of Cups flew out. So that's like creativity, intuition, spirituality, new feelings. Like the cups are like representative of emotions. Mm-hmm. So like imagine a cup overflowing with the purest water you've ever seen. That's the Ace of Cups. That card's energy is a symbol of new emotional beginnings. Joy. Again, joy comes up, Yeah. So it's just saying be open to however it comes through.
Yeah. I get this like pure potential feeling.
Exactly. Like the world is my oyster, kind of.
Yeah.
Especially when my meds kick in. Because I think it's important. Like, yeah, I think we can heal ourselves. I think a lot of inner work can be done to definitely ease some of the effects, but it's okay to take help. Like, I have
Yeah.
a chemical imbalance, and I'm not ashamed to say I take Adderall, so.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are plenty of things out there that that we can use to help us, for sure.
But you have to be willing to go through those tower moments.
Oh, you pulled the tower.
It was at the bottom of the deck, so. But then under that was
Well,
the
that
Nine
balances out
of
the weird
Pentacles.
potential and beginnings.
I look forward to tower moments sometimes.
I think we have a big tower moment. I feel like we're like gearing up towards a tower moment, but it also feels really positive. Like I get a general
Like you
positive.
personally or America?
America, or more than America, or less
The
than
world?
America. I
The
don't
whole
know.
world?
It's hard to know. But
It's time to alchemize some of this pain in the world for sure.
okay, I'm glad you brought that word up. I think when people start to recognize that alchemy is a tool that everybody has access to, that things will really shift for people personally and collectively. Like,
Yes.
it's not just a thing that happens in medieval stories and chemistry labs. Like, it is an actual energetic practice
It
using
is.
thought and energy and intentions and love and all the good stuff.
Exactly. Like, that's the thing. That's why I get a little bent out of shape with like preachers who consistently place all accountability on demons, and everything that good that's going to happen is coming at a future time. And right now, just hold fast, hold steady, feel shame, feel guilt. When in reality, we're the vessels. We're the ones that's supposed to bring Earth back up.
Yeah, create it from within.
So I'm not trying to crap on people that have faith, but I am on the fear mongering. I am going to crap all over that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it just keeps people small and limits them. It keeps them from understanding their own power.
Power, yes.
Their own sovereignty, their own abilities, and ability to be agents of change for themselves and other people. So, it's an agenda for some people. Whether they realize it or not, or whether they're just imitating what they've grown up in and they don't know any different. Either way, it still has the same effect on other people.
Exactly. And then I was talking to one of my friends, Chris. He's a professor at Reinhardt, this little college here in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we were having a deep conversation about all this. And he said, at the end of the day, some people honestly just don't wish you well. And I was like, unfortunately, that's the case too. Like, there is a dark and light side. So
Yeah. And I think those people too are just hurting so much on the inside too. If you can't wish somebody else well, or you wish somebody else actual ill, like, imagine what they feel for themselves. Like, if you loved yourself, like if you really loved yourself, could you really love yourself so much and then like want to hurt somebody else?
that's where, see, my default wiring is no. I've kind of been loved my whole life. I understand what it feels like for someone to love you, but it's like their own limitations placed conditions on that love, whether they noticed it or not. So I don't know what it's like to be unconditionally loved, but I'm okay with that because I know what it feels like to love unconditionally. So that's the light I'm going to burn. So people are worth it. Humanity is worth it to me. So there's a lot of crap, but it's like, I don't want to wallow in anger because of it, because then I'm just adding to their energy. Fight that shit. Someone's complaining, be like, no, let's go find a reason to laugh.
Yeah.
That's what changes stuff. There's really no blueprint, I don't think. It's just literally showing love and feeling it.
I'll get in these little moments of power struggle with, well, you both know Duncan. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And trying
What
to
a
get him
boy.
to do something, and he's digging his heels in. No, I can do. And we can like the energy can be ratcheting up, and then if I'm able to in the moment see how ridiculous it is, I'll just start laughing, and then he'll start laughing, and the whole thing gets diffused and shifts. And we got off the one track that we were headed down where, we were both going to just end up yelling and miserable. And we shifted to a different track that, that humor, bringing that into it, it just totally changes it and makes it better. I can't always remember to do that, but when I do.
Is it like, are you like pushing him towards a sport or just like.
Or to like take
make
a
a decision
shower.
on something? My man. All right. When I was deployed, they would, like I said, they would send us out to the border for a week at a time usually, and we would just sit out there, no showers, no shaving, nothing.
Wow.
And so we became very comfortable with ourselves, but we would laugh so hard.
Yeah.
I've been chasing that kind of adrenaline and laughter since.
Yeah.
But
I'd be curious to see like how much dopamine is released, through laughter. I mean, this is something that we talk a lot about lately, with the ADHD brain and dopamine and the type of dopamine that you get from screens, social media, reels, games, versus the type of dopamine that you earn, that you work for through exercise or accomplishing a task or being of service to somebody else. And I hadn't really thought about laughter until we were just talking about it, and I wonder how much dopamine you get through that, through bringing humor and laughter in.
That's interesting, because I actually had that in my notes. I was going to ask like the emotional reward you get from volunteering, because that's how I know you. Yeah, because that's like dopamine anyways. That's like a cool quality not many people have. They just give their time. I mean, I know you get, the fellowship with us and like the good views and everything, but
it's interesting because there's a challenging aspect to volunteering for me. And it's the fact that I am with people I don't know very well. I'm really introverted. And once I feel comfortable with somebody and once we can make a connection beyond small talk, then I'm very open and more extroverted. And my cup really gets filled through interactions like that. But doing dinner.
1 second. It's just making it crackle.
Oh.
No, you're good. Sorry, go ahead. No, you're good. I've read that's my cell phones too. So you can still look at it. It was just touching that. It crackled it. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Kirsten.
So doing dinner the first night where I don't know anybody except for all of you, that's like more challenging for me because it's like strangers. But then I get to know people, and I've met a lot of really cool people that I'm just meeting briefly, and I really enjoy the interaction. But beyond that, what I get out of volunteering, besides getting to hike, getting to stay up there for free, getting to hang out with you guys, and just getting away from Atlanta and everything that's all amazing to me. I love that. But there's something in me. I think it's the Virgo. I have a lot of Virgo in me. I have to be of service. I love being of service. So, and it's not like, I don't know how to describe it. I think it's just the way I'm wired. I
get that. No, I understand.
I just like it.
I dated a Virgo once, and the only thing she was in service of was the devil.
Hold on, let's see if I pull the devil. Nope.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
The devil that comes out whenever that comes out, it never really scares me anymore. So
yeah,
because it's just like, it's more of like usually in my readings it comes out as a cautionary tale, like don't be tempted to like for instance, if I play the lottery, I like playing scratch offs, right? Just for fun. I do it on the little app. I have a budget from every paycheck, and it's something that gives me a little shot of
It's on an
dopamine
app
too.
now?
Yeah, Georgia like has an app. But the guy that reads the numbers, he comes every year with his, like, he rents out the whole inn, and he was just here, and he gave us a bunch of Georgia lottery, like, T-shirts and bags. I have a coin now that I can scratch with. So, but, like, what I'll do is I did a poll the other day. I was like, how is this going to work out? And the middle card was the devil, and the other two was, like, 10 of pentacles, like, very positive. So it was like, if the universe gives you a little wink, and I win $100 or whatever, don't keep going. Like, take it and then put it down for a couple days. And that's exactly what happened. I went from my $50 up to over 200, and it's just sitting there because I'm not thinking I'm going to become rich. It's just interesting how I steered my energy right. Instead of anxiety, it's like alignment.
Yeah.
So, and whatever I win, I'm just going to probably donate anyways.
I mean, but like, so the cards that I've already pulled, was it the Page of Wands? And that whole like curiosity and learn. I mean, like, you kind of exemplified that within that context too. Like you got out of just sort of the like tunnel vision. I'm like, I'm gonna be directed by that like high from winning that and keep going, and you like expanded your awareness of it and your control within it, and you almost like it's almost a little bit like alchemy too, like you kind of like played with the energy of that whole situation and got something even greater out of it than just money. Like you learn more about your ability to control and manifest and not be tempted. And
it's a crazy lesson. And it's like, I have these little epiphanies about them all the time that they kind of popcorn all over the place. But at the end of the day, it really makes like, love your neighbor as yourself, treat others as you want to be treated. Like those golden rules really make sense because that really is the key. Mm-hmm. When you're exuding love and care, it comes back tenfold. Mm-hmm. And it's not without challenges. It's not without bad days, but you learn how to navigate those easier. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're people who are putting out negativity, like it comes back also.
100%, because I lived that too. Like I used to be a scumbag, and I can look back and reflect on my past and be like, makes perfect sense why that happened, even though at the time I felt like a victim. So even my own mindset was one of lack or blaming someone else, whatever. So, and then like if I had the mindset now, I would have had a totally different military experience, because that was a time frame where I was really expecting a lot of external validation. Mm-hmm. And the more you expect that but don't have any of your own validation, you're not going to get it. It's actually the opposite. So, but
did you get set up for that in your upbringing where, like you said, you didn't have were shown unconditional love? So would you have to, earn that external validation? And did you like just apply that to the military?
I think that's a good. Like I said earlier, though, I am kind of always been wired to show love. So I never wanted to not, when I wasn't receiving it, I never thought to become this asshole, That was like a practice thing that the Army definitely helped with. But yeah.
Wait, really? How do they train people for that? Or like rewire people for that?
It's hard to explain, but it's day in and day out. Like when I was training, like there's no filter. They make you, like, we watched a couple videos, so we knew what combat looked like for real, not the movie Hollywood shit. Mm-hmm. But it's just becomes the culture, the way we talk to each other. You build each other, you break each other down, build each other up kind of thing. You earn trust. Like, I have a challenge coin from my unit. It's got the unit on it, the badges we earned. It's beautiful. I have it on display. And I love it because the guy that gave it to me hated me. And that meant more than anything, because he came up to me like he saw what I was doing and decided I was worthy. He was a ranger instructor, total jerk. His first words to me were, "I hate you already," because my last name's England. So, like, he was Scottish. He had a Scottish accent.
Oh,
So the fact that he hated me, and probably still does, I haven't talked to him in 18 years, but I know I earned that coin 100%, you know, and the same with the other badges I've got. Like, we've earned each other's respect. So
do you feel like then that type of culture is important for creating people who are well prepared to handle combat?
I don't think the negative culture is necessary.
Okay.
The breaking down, I think you need to break your body down, because that, once you realize what your body's capable of, no matter how you feel, then that's a big, like, that's what gets us through, like, why we can laugh in rainstorms and you're not going to scare me, you know, that kind of stuff. It's not hua, it's experience, it's testimony.
I see that in sports too. I mean, constantly trying to help the athletes that I coach realize the limits that they're bumping up against, and are just like mental, and that when you can push through these things, you open up all these new doors for yourself that you didn't realize, and how that becomes a metaphor for life too. But like some of our most fun practices or games or things that they remember were in more extreme weather conditions, whether it was like raining and muddy or freezing, you know. It's like, and that's kind of what I loved about growing up in Maine that I don't really get here, is that when you have to function in like more extreme conditions, you value things differently. There's a sense of accomplishment that is there that feels really good, because it wasn't super easy. It wasn't, you know, just convenient. And so I get that. Like, I can see where you physically breaking down to realize how much more of you there is than you believed is super important.
Exactly. I'll show you a little video about our time overseas. It's really short. Basically, I got to pull it up and then I'll share the screen. But we would bring things, because like I told you, we'd go out here and live for like a week without any. That's crackling again.
This was your training, or is this when you?
This was in Iraq. Yeah. Oh. So we'd go on our missions for a week, and we would have no showers, running water. We would just army it, like straight up. Like, still not as bad as the guys over in World War II in Europe, because they had it really bad, and Vietnam too. Mad respect for those boys, but we would just have little things that would make us, you know, happy, like muffins. And we would carry these 3 boxes of muffins, and that was supposed to feed everybody.
Oh, wow.
But we were on like day 2 when this video got taken, and we still laugh about it to this day. And there it is. All right. Okay, can you see that?
I see you, but
Me? Oh. All right. Probably breathing all loud in the microphone. Okay, so we're going to do this. Boom. And then add to stage. There, you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's my friend Hunt, and he's the one who got in trouble. So the first part is we're making fun of anime voices, and then we comment on how dirty the truck is and what we're doing, and then I start interviewing him about what happened. And that's where, this is what I'm talking about, like, we'd go through this stuff, and what you see behind him was 360. That's where we were, you know?
Oh, wow.
And we would just laugh and laugh. And we still laugh about this video to this day. It actually sparked up the other day again. So, oops, excuse me.
Hello, my name is Carl. You gotta go. If you go to Iraq, let's go with courage. Damn. It's 30.
Yeah, it's a lot of cleaning to do when we get back.
It's gonna take like 3 hours.
Wonder what day we're getting on.
So what's your current situation
Like situation. Yeah, what do you mean?
with the LT?
Oh, I don't know.
What happened?
He's not real happy with the blueberry muffins.
He's not happy with Team 2-3.
No. So, what I did was minor. All I did was eat a bunch of muffins. They were good.
And
For the record,
I ate half those muffins. You didn't even buy some.
everybody thinks I ate the whole box for myself, but I didn't.
They actually think you ate 3 whole boxes.
Yeah, I know.
2 by 2. I say we ate a box apiece. God.
And I'm getting blamed for it. Look, tasty like That's funny how water spilled in there. I turned around and England was gone. I was just sitting there by myself.
Gecko.
That's Hunter. Yeah. All right. Where was the one we were all on? Nope. Stop. No.
So was that what your days were? A lot of just kind of hanging
More
out,
about
or
Josie.
That was like the main. We did a lot of waiting because most of our stuff was done at night. So during the day, it was a lot of boredom. Sometimes we'd go to little villages and hand out like food and
not
like
muffins?
soccer balls. No muffins. I just reached out to a bunch of Company H guys. I'm gonna try to get them on soon so we can tell our little war stories.
That's cool.
But yeah, that's why like watching war movies, I'm very picky. Like the modern Iraq ones are pretty much garbage, but I can just tell the fake camaraderie. Like Fury, Saving Private Ryan, the guys training them made them, live in the tank for a week or whatever. So you actually build that camaraderie and you can see it because it really doesn't take long. There's a couple days in the mud and you're bros. So
yeah. Have you read the book Tribe by Sebastian Junger?
Tribe?
Like
BE? No.
Yeah, TRIBE. It's really good. It's pretty short too. He's the same guy who wrote Perfect Storm. Remember?
About the boat?
And then they made it into a movie.
Yeah, George Clooney.
Yeah. So he wrote Tribe, and it talks about military units. It talks about just like regular civilians during wartime, and it talks about Native American tribes. Might pull some other things into it too, but the bonding, the camaraderie, the unification that happens in different situations that make people feel like that they belong to something and how powerful that is. So I mean, it was even talking about like during wars, regular civilians felt a different, even though it's traumatic and difficult, they felt more a part of their community and that they belonged to something because they were working together and they had less than they usually had, but they were all sharing and they were, unified for a cause. So similar thing, I think in military, you're bonding over certain difficult situations. And then with the Native American tribes, it's talking about how when settlers would get abducted or whatever, and by these tribes, that when they were saved, a lot of the times they would end up leaving and going back to the tribes. And it didn't matter if they were with them for, a month or a couple of years before they were either saved or traded, back or whatever. There was just something about belonging to that community, that tribe, even if they had been taken by them. Just something about it made them want to go back there. And if they weren't able to go back, a lot of them just kind of gave up eating and living and just kind of died because I don't know. You have to read the book. It's really good. So I read that book after I read the book News of the World, which is about a girl who'd been abducted by a Native American tribe and then rescued and was being returned to her family. And those two books together, it was just so interesting.
Well, that second one sounds kind of like Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except she wasn't trying to get rescued. She was just there.
Yeah.
He joined them, but...
Oh, yeah. Well, she did not want to be... She wanted to go back to the tribe that she had been
Okay.
with.
Yeah. You know, Jowett, it's the same thing in, like, music, too. Like, the same...
Yeah.
It's the
With
same
band?
feeling of camaraderie, because...
Yeah.
like, he was telling me today, like, he and his... Jowett's been in this project for, like, about a year-ish.
Yeah.
And it's going awesome, but also, like, they're becoming close buddies, and it's been cool to watch that happen in real time.
Quiet because I stayed up till 2 a.m. last night writing music.
Oh, yeah?
I'm struggling.
Have you gotten to record yet?
I am going. My first day recording is the 14th. So
Of this month?
This week. Yeah, not this weekend, but next weekend I'm going in for the.
That's
first one.
awesome.
Yeah.
We're very blessed.
Very excited.
Yeah, it's really cool to work at a place that does what they do for us, and then we have so much time and, you know, the ability to follow our passions.
Yeah. It's pretty
I don't
special.
take that for granted at all. But should I pull some tarot?
Yeah, do it.
I'm going to pull a Mystic Manifesting card first that I got as a gift. I really like it. It's an oracle deck.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to tune in, and we'll see if whatever card resonates with you. And then I'll pull 3 cards. All right, this one is... It says, True North, align your decision with Spirit's guidance to get direction. I know the way to go, in quotes. I don't know if it'll show it, but this is a shitty one. Let me look right here.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, so it's a nice deck, but it's kind of like beginners.
No, I like it because it's simple. And I was thinking when you put it, I was like, my internal dialogue in response to it was like, I'm trying.
We all are.
I'm like, I expect my guidance. I always have wanted my guidance to come in a little bit more obvious of a delivery, and it just is never that way. You know, my guidance
never.
I
am such a little jerk sometimes. I'm like, Spirit, I refuse. If you're not going to give me a blah, blah, blah.
But honestly, you pulling that card is validation for me that, you know, I just keep doing what I'm doing in terms of guidance.
It's fine. Yeah. And I used to have a hard time giving myself the space to have bad days. I felt like I was always going right back to square one if I had a bad day.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I still feel this way, and I should know better, but I find myself having these thoughts too, where I'm like, when things aren't as obvious or as like magical, you know, as they have been in the past, I think like, you know, am I losing my touch? Like, am I losing my connection, or am I, you know, being forgotten or whatever? And then I'll have other moments that feel a little bit more profound, but more like integrated. Whereas like before, I think the reason why things felt so, you know, so cool and so new is because it was just a whole bunch of like newer things that were happening, but they weren't integrated with me. And do you know what I mean? So it's just that realizing that it doesn't have to be that way in order for it to still be amazing and special and very well connected. Is just a little bit different, but I don't know. I still get.
I get that. You know, I understand. Like, it's it's one of the lessons in manifesting, honestly, because when they teach you, like when I learned about it from The Secret in like 2010 or something like that, it was very much sold in a get rich quick kind of way. Your whole life can change overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, well, I want this, this, and this to show up overnight so I can get my life started.
And if it doesn't happen, it's your fault. You did it wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not enough faith. It's the same thing with salvation. I heard all the growing up. But it's taken me a long time to realize like what manifesting it really is.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I used to think when I was bartending how nice it would be to have a cabin in the woods, because one of my regulars came and drank wine and would go to Blue Ridge. And look at me now. It's like, I got the view. I didn't even ask for the view. I just wanted to be in the woods. So having the view is just extra. It's like, wow, I really believed I could have that, and here it is.
Yeah. You know, and this is what I try to teach my kids, even though they think that like I'm woo-woo, they call me a witch, like all the stuff. And
damn. Pop that mouth.
And but what I try to tell them too is, you know, I try to teach them the power of intention setting. And they've had enough experiences to realize that when they've done that, like, oh yeah, that worked. And that to always, when you're setting those intentions, release the expectation, but just set the intention in the container of, or in the alignment with, for my greatest and highest good, and for the greatest and highest good of those, you know, that are impacted by me and by this thing, by the intention I'm setting. And that it will happen exactly as I need it to in the timing that I need, because, you know, we don't know what is best for us. Like we can't even imagine what we can imagine is so limited compared to what the possibilities are infinite. And if we just make way for them, we make room for that inner intention setting, then we open the door to so much. But if we just had this certain expectation and it doesn't happen that way, or in the time that we expect, we think it's a failure. And it could have been like the very best thing that we didn't get that.
Yeah, I think exactly. And I think that's why accountability is very important.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I'm impatient. So I'm an impatient, I don't like ordering on Amazon, because why do I have to wait 3 days? Why can't I just go to Walmart and get it now? But that's my issue. So yeah, the divine timing thing though is very important and very true. And that's been my hardest lesson over 15 years for sure.
Even though it's something that I know and I can talk about, it still shows up in all kinds of new ways that I have to keep working through, you know, like it's not like it's an easy, and I can tell my kids, this is, you know, learn this, do this, but I still have to teach myself constantly to try to do it also. The other thing I was going to say about the guidance that came up when you pulled the card is that like when all of this came back online for me, because I shut it all down as a kid, when it came back online for me, and I would meditate, and I kept thinking like I need a teacher, you know, like and there what I would get constantly was I would get two things, and it was go home, and I would also get everything that you have within you. And those were like the most frustrating things for me, because I didn't understand what that meant. And the more that the older I get, the longer I, you know, practice this spiritual connection, the more and more it makes sense to me. But it still doesn't like make it any easier or give me all the access to all the information that I want now.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like we're pretty similar in our journeys.
Yeah, but I just want more. I want more information and more information. And
yes.
I want to validate it. And
I think we're like we're old souls, you know, and we have that information. Like once we leave this body, we'll be like, oh, finally.
No, right? I think that's like we're used to having all of it, and with like, the curtain is closed over it, and we're just so frustrated that we can't access it. And
that's who we are. That is us.
Mm-hmm.
It stinks. We have like 5 minutes. So I'm going to pull 3 quick cards. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, I just want to know.
This has been awesome.
Do you still have your little Jesus that guy gave us?
Yes. I forgot. We were talking tarot in the dining hall one day, and this guy comes up and I heard what you guys were talking about, and gives us both like 2 little Jesus things. It was a beautiful gesture. Where is it? I think I kept it in the dining hall.
Yeah, I still have mine, and I saw yesterday it's in the kitchen, and it was, I don't know how this happened. I don't think anybody did this on purpose. I think it just happened. When I found him, he was laying on his back, and Duncan plays golf, so there are golf tees everywhere, and there was like a golf tee like laying over him, like he'd been crushed by it. Yeah. So I had to fix that.
I love it. All right. So what should we pull for you for? We're going to do the spirit pulls I used to do when I was like super aligned. Like, I think that was the one where I showed you when I was just like, you're the fucking sun, and like coming right out, That was some alignment days.
Yeah.
All right. The Hanged Man.
Oh.
How does that resonate with you? The Hanged Man doesn't mean anything bad. You're not hung up per se, but you're in a place with whatever situation of recalibration. It's where I am, kind of like you're not moving forward, not moving back. You're gathering that info.
Yeah. Wait, I want to see what it says in my fountain.
I'll look on mine too.
Surrender to self.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't know. That's, yeah.
Good to go?
Yeah. I like it.
All right, and then the next one will be the Hierophant. Oh, very interesting considering our conversation. What's your book say about that?
All right.
2 Arcana cards. That's crazy.
I know. You just need like the High Priestess next, right?
Right.
Trusted advisor, a giver of wisdom, peace, and assurance, keeper of traditions. Which, okay, the keeper of traditions too. Like I'm getting a lot lately, especially like with the Virgo of like bringing back ancient wisdom, which I'm cool with. I just need a little like help accessing or knowing what it is I'm supposed to be bringing.
Okay, so that's where the Hanged Man I think would come in.
Guidance, a search for truth.
Yeah, and I think that's also where the Hanged Man comes in.
Mm-hmm.
With that. All right, last card.
So if I just surrender, it'll all come through. What is that one?
The Knight of Swords.
Knight of Swords.
That sounds cool. Yeah, that's my boy.
Knight of Swords is good because swords are like truth. So, the Hierophant and the Hanged Man. And you're a coach. So you already have that natural ability to like take people under your wing. And the Knight of Swords is one of quick moving, like messenger kind. Well, the pages are the messengers, but the Knight of Swords are like the warriors for truth.
You know what I get from this too is it seems like the energy of it is a lot faster. Like almost like this card came in to give energy to the other 2 things. Like increase the pace. There
you go. Yeah, it'd be like pulling the Chariot next or something too. Yeah. I like that. That's how intuition works.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, Spirit says good night, which is the Page of Wands again. So you can see it. Like, it's a beautiful card. All these cards are beautiful. So
it's circular. It came right back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, this was fun.
You should do it again.
I'm glad you joined too.
I thought maybe we'd make it to aliens, but next time.
Oh my God. I know. I want to talk about 3 Eye Atlas so bad.
Yeah, let's plan another one then, and you can anytime you want. So.
Yeah. And I'll be up there on December 8th.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah, you can see this little studio we got going on. Isn't it neat?
Yeah.
So much fun.
It's cozy.
Cool. All right, Kirsten, thank you so much.
Right,
I'll let you know when it's posted.
All right, cool.
Bye. Oh wait, do me a favor though and stay in the studio until it uploads. You'll see it. You can walk away, but it has to upload all your audio and all that stuff, and that takes a minute. So I'm going to end the recording now. Just don't leave the studio.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Here we go.